Have you ever pondered about the magnitude and importance of the general elections in India? They are not just about choosing the next government, but they also determine the trajectory of the world's largest democracy. Each vote cast in an Indian general election is a building block for the nation's future. Imagine the power of a single vote, your vote, in shaping the decision-making process and influencing governance in a country of over 1 billion people. It's a profound responsibility and an immense privilege. The significance of general elections in India goes beyond borders, impacting not just domestic policies but also international relations. It's a colossal event that reflects the collective voice of the people, influencing the direction of the nation. So next time when you ink your finger, remember, it's not just about exercising your right. Your vote is a tool, a voice, a power that shapes the direction of the nation. So remember, your vote is not just a right, but a power that shapes the direction of the nation. The journey of a general election begins with an announcement. A pivotal moment that sets the wheels in motion. This announcement is made by none other than the Election Commission of India, an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administering election processes in the country. Once the dates for the general elections are announced, the Election Commission comes into full swing. It's a meticulously planned sequence of events. The Election Commission first finalizes the electoral rolls, followed by the nomination of candidates. Then comes the scrutiny of nominations, and finally, the withdrawal of candidature. Each step is executed with precision to ensure a free and fair election. The Election Commission has the immense task of overseeing the process, making sure it adheres to the rules and regulations laid down in the Constitution of India. What follows next is a wave of anticipation and preparation across the nation. With the announcement made, the stage is set for political parties to begin their battle for power. After the announcement, the election process commences. This process is a well-orchestrated symphony of democratic principles, where every note counts. Let's delve into how it unfolds. The first step is the filing of nominations. Potential candidates, either as independent runners or representatives of political parties, step forward to throw their hats in the ring. They submit their nomination papers to the designated returning officer, stating their intention to contest. These documents include a declaration of their criminal records, if any, their assets, liabilities, and educational qualifications. This transparency ensures that voters are well informed about who they are electing. Next comes the scrutiny of nominations. This is a crucial step where the returning officer meticulously examines the nominations. They check for any discrepancies or non-compliance with the prescribed rules and regulations. Candidates who do not meet the criteria are weeded out, ensuring only eligible individuals move forward in the race. Now, what if a candidate decides to withdraw their nomination? Well, the election process in India allows for that too, in what's known as the withdrawal of candidature. Candidates can withdraw their names within 2 days after the nominations have been scrutinized. This allows for strategic decision-making, often influenced by political alliances or personal reasons. But where do the political parties fit into this process? They play a pivotal role in shaping the election landscape. Parties select their candidates through a process called ticket distribution. This involves deep consideration of a candidate's popularity, credibility, and the party's overall strategy. It's a complex puzzle where every piece must fit perfectly. Finally, an important point to remember is that, while the election process is uniform across the nation, the scale can vary. For instance, in populous states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the process is a massive undertaking that requires meticulous planning and execution. Once the candidates are finalized, the real battle begins with the election campaigns. It's a fascinating journey, a testament to the vibrant democracy that is India. Stay tuned as we delve into the next phase of this democratic odyssey. Election campaigns are where the real drama unfolds. This period is a whirlwind of speeches, rallies, roadshows, and door-to-door canvassing. It's a time when politicians step out of their comfort zones to meet, greet, and persuade the voters. Election campaigns are crucial in a democracy. They serve as a platform where political parties and candidates communicate their ideologies, promises, and visions for the country. It's an opportunity for the voters to understand what each party stands for, and what they aim to achieve if they get into power. Imagine the campaign trail as a grand stage. On this stage, political parties perform, showcasing their strengths, highlighting their opponents' weaknesses, and making promises of a better future. It's a spectacle of promises and pledges, where the art of persuasion is at its best. The election campaigns are not just about speeches and promises, it's also about strategies. Each party strategically chooses its campaign trail, focusing on areas where they have strong support or where they see a potential to sway the voters. The importance of election campaigns cannot be overstated. They are the means through which parties and candidates connect with the voters. They are the avenues through which citizens get to know their potential leaders, their ideologies, their promises, and their plans. It's a time when voters assess, evaluate, and eventually decide who they want to vote for. In this grand spectacle of democracy, every action, every word, every promise counts. The voters are the audience and they are watching. They listen to the promises, they see the performances, and they make their choices. The election campaigns, however, are time-bound. They don't last forever. As the campaign period ends, a silence period begins. This is a mandatory gap between the end of the campaigns and the polling day. It's a time for the voters to reflect, to ponder, and to decide without any further influence from the political parties. As the campaigns end, the silence period begins, leading up to the polling day. Polling day is when citizens exercise their right to vote. It's a day of great significance, a day when the power truly lies in the hands of the people. This is when the citizens, through the simple yet profound act of casting their vote, shape the future of their country. Now let's delve into the process of polling. As you walk into the polling booth, you'll be greeted by poll officers. These officers are there to ensure the smooth functioning of the polling process. They check your identity, verify your name on the electoral roll, and guide you through the voting process. But they're not the only ones present at the polling booth. Security personnel too have a crucial role to play. They're there to maintain law and order, ensuring that every citizen can cast their vote in a peaceful and secure environment. The next significant part of the polling process is the electronic voting machines, or EVMs. These machines have revolutionized the voting process, making it quicker, easier, and more reliable. The voter simply presses a button next to the symbol of their chosen candidate, and voila, their vote is cast. Now let's turn our attention to states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. These states, known for their robust political landscape, have witnessed high voter turnout in the past. Citizens, young and old, turn up in large numbers to cast their vote, embodying the spirit of democracy. It's a sight to behold, a testament to the power of the vote. As the sun sets on polling day, the polling booths close their doors. The EVMs, now carrying the voice of millions, are sealed and secured. And with that, the polling process comes to an end. But the excitement doesn't end here. The anticipation builds up, as the fate of the candidates is now sealed in the EVMs. With the completion of polling, the fate of the candidates is sealed in the EVMs. The counting of votes is a momentous occasion that decides the fate of the nation. It's the day when the pulse of the people is measured, and the democratic mandate of India is unveiled. Every vote cast in the polling booths of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and the rest of the nation is meticulously counted under the watchful eyes of the Election Commission of India. This process is not a matter of mere arithmetic, but a complex operation involving multiple layers of checks and balances. Each vote is a voice, a choice, and the collective outcome of these choices determines the direction of the country. Once the counting is done, the results are announced. The moment is filled with anticipation, suspense, and excitement. The Election Commission, in a display of utmost transparency, reveals the results constituency by constituency. The party or coalition that secures a majority of seats in the Lok Sabha, the lower house of parliament, is invited to form the government. This majority rule ensures that the government represents the will of the people and is accountable to them. The results of the general elections are not just about winners or losers. They are about the aspirations, hopes, and dreams of the citizens of India. They are about the collective will of the people deciding the course of the nation. And thus, the general elections conclude, shaping the future of India for the next 5 years. Let's quickly recap the key points we discussed today. We dove into the significance of general elections in India, a vibrant demonstration of our democracy. We explored the meticulous election process, from the announcement through to the counting of votes. We examined the fervor of election campaigns and the excitement of polling day, particularly in states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Finally, we observed the thrilling reveal of results. Remember, your vote is a powerful tool to shape the future of India. Use it wisely.